Sebastian Ward had it all: wealth, power, and a name that commanded respect in every corner of the business world. But despite his empire, he fell hollow. Sebastian Ward had everything a man could want: wealth, power, influence. His name was known across industries. Yet he felt hollow, as if something was missing in his life. What's the point of it all? Money? Success? None of it fills this void. Sebastian had spent years building his fortune, but had lost touch with the simple joys of life. He had everything, yet felt like he had nothing. Despite his fortune, Sebastian felt disconnected from the world around him. That night, as he stared at the city lights, an idea began to form. A plan that would change not only his life, but the lives of those he touched. Maybe I need to see the world again. Not from the top, but from the ground. To understand the world outside his bubble of privilege, Sebastian decided to disguise himself as a beggar. His goal was simple: to find people who still had kindness in their hearts and reward them in ways they could never imagine. Let's see if the world still has good people left. The billionaire was gone. In his place stood a man forgotten by society, a beggar ready to face the world. The streets were harsh, and Sebastian quickly realized how invisible he was to the world. People hurried past, their eyes avoiding his. Hours turned into a day, and Sebastian began to feel the sting of rejection. Sebastian looks at himself, taking a deep breath. Let's see if kindness still exists. It was a very busy city street. Sebastian sits on the curb with a cardboard sign that reads, "Hungry. Anything helps?" People walk by, avoiding his gaze. The streets were unforgiving. Hours passed, and Sebastian felt the sting of being invisible. A man in a suit throws him a disgusted look. "Get a job." Sebastian watches him walk away, his heart sinking. The sun is setting. A middle-aged woman, Olivia, carrying a small bag of groceries, notices Sebastian. She hesitates, then approaches him. "Here, take this. It's not much, but it's all I can spare." She hands him a loaf of bread. Sebastian looks up, his eyes wide with gratitude. "Thank you. What's your name?" Olivia, smiling. She starts to walk away, but Sebastian calls after her. "Olivia, your kindness won't be forgotten." Amara looks back, confused but touched, and walks away. Sebastian's journey continues. He faces rejection after rejection. A montage shows him being ignored, yelled at, and shooed away from shops. Kindness was rare, but it wasn't extinct. A young boy, named Elliot, offering Sebastian his only candy bar. "Elliot, you look hungry, mister." Sebastian smiles, ruffling the boy's hair. Sebastian, "Thank you, young man." On a cold night, Sebastian sits shivering by a fire barrel. Jacob, a scruffy man in his 40s, approaches. "Jacob, you'll freeze out here." He removes his jacket, draping it over Sebastian's shoulders. "Sebastian, you need this more than I do." "Jacob, I survive worse. Besides, kindness keeps me warmer than this jacket ever could." Sebastian is deeply moved, nodding silently. The next morning, Olivia receives a letter in her mailbox. She opens it to find an acceptance letter to a prestigious culinary school, along with a full scholarship. Olivia, a struggling single mother with a dream of becoming a chef, couldn't believe her eyes. Her act of kindness had unlocked a future she never thought possible. Each act of kindness, no matter how small, was met with a life-changing reward: a new job, a home, or an opportunity to rebuild their lives. Sebastian ensured that these kind souls received what they needed most. Sebastian's week on the streets comes to an end. He returns to his mansion, his heart forever changed. News of his secret journey begins to spread after a journalist captures him, revealing his identity to one of the recipients. The scene cuts to a press conference where Sebastian addresses the media. "I didn't do this for fame. I did it to remind the world that kindness still exists. It doesn't matter who you are or how little you have. One act of kindness can change a life." I will repeat that again. I did this to remind the world that kindness matters. It doesn't matter how much or how little you have. Every act of compassion makes a difference. The room erupts in applause as the screen fades out. Sebastian's journey wasn't just about giving. It was about creating ripples of kindness that spread far beyond what he could see. Remember, kindness is free, but its impact is priceless. What act of kindness can you share today? If this story moved you, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Mr. Ethan Stories for more inspiring tales that touch the heart and remind us of the power of human connection. Stay tuned.